Hey, welcome back, happy hempsters. I am Dee Dee Taylor, one of your hosts on this amazing podcast we call Hempin Happiness, and I'm here with my Cannabeth.
Yeah, Beth Panati here.
Yep, Panati. We're back in action. I took a little bit of a break just because my schedule's insane, and
It's been crazy lately.
It's been a little crazy lately. I don't know where February went. I cannot believe it's almost the end of the month, and probably when you're hearing this, it'll be March. So, it's been insane. There's been a lot of things going on, but my first question to you is, how is your anxiety?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good with my anxiety, considering everything going on in my life. So I feel good. Doing the functional mushrooms too.
Ooh.
Trying those out.
Yeah.
So and my CBD.
Okay, good deal.
Yeah.
Good
How's
deal.
your anxiety?
Like some days are better than others. I cannot wait till the legislative session is over in Kentucky and Indiana. There's stuff pending over there too. It's not as pressing as Kentucky, but still enough that it would definitely hurt my businesses.
Mm-hmm.
And then I've been dealing a lot with my poor husband. He's been having a lot more seizures.
Right.
And while I don't post it on the socials because he doesn't like it when I do that.
I know.
I'll say it here because it's not like he listens.
No, my husband doesn't listen either.
So we can talk all about him and it doesn't matter. Thanks for listening about us bitching about our husbands. I wouldn't say I'm bitching about it, but
no,
he's just it's been a lot lately. He's been having at least a seizure a month since April. No clue. We started going to see in some months he's been having two. In February, a short month, he's had two. Mm-hmm. So we started seeing a functional medicine doctor, but also his VA doctor has officially diagnosed him as having frontal lobe epilepsy. So, which I guess in the grand scheme of things, that's good for disability. So hopefully we can start working on that because he doesn't function at 100%.
Right.
You know what I mean? Especially after a seizure. It takes him a good week to 2 weeks to really get back to like his, good fighting self or whatever you want to call it. And God knows it affects my PTSD.
I know.
So
and your anxiety.
It does. Yeah. And so that's when my anxiety is heightened, is right in the mornings.
Right.
And I hate to
start the day like that.
Yes,
I know.
It's fucking horrible.
Yeah.
I did a little video and I shared it with Beth. I mean, I'm not going to post it anywhere. And it was mostly and John won't even watch it. Yeah. And he's like, I don't want to see that.
Yeah.
But it's heart wrenching. It's heartbreaking. And just the after effect, I didn't show him in the full blown convulsions. Because, I usually don't think about that shit when it's happening. I don't think to get up and save it. Right, yeah, right. I just want to keep him safe, not hurt himself. But I did record some of that because it was kind of cute and funny too. He's trying to put a rag on his feet and
like
it's sock or underwear or something. I don't know. I don't know what he was thinking, but he'll get hyper fixated on something during that post epileptic seizure stage. I don't know what really to call it. I'm sure there's some fancy smashy term, but no lie, I have a Fitbit that I wear all the time and it checks my zone minutes. So if you got your heart rate elevated, I get a whole workout in when he is having a seizure.
That's crazy that it registers like that.
It really is. Yeah. And I've hit like my daily goal is 22 zone minutes, keep my heart rate up in the higher, zone minutes. And I've hit that many times when he's had a seizure. So it's literally like I've worked out and I've not worked out. Right. That's just my heart being in that. Obviously, I know it's not a workout. Doesn't count technically. But so that's crazy. So that part's crazy. But this,
Well, and you've been doing everything to figure out, because we thought CBD is the one thing, you know. And it was for
a really long time, that and cannabis in general. And then it's just been here recently. So we started seeing a functional medicine doctor. They've run a gamut of tests on John, stool samples, everything. But he has a bacteria in his gut that could cause seizures. He has a mold toxicity that could be causing seizures. He also has high serotonin levels that could be causing seizures. So he's got this little perfect storm of these weird things that could be causing seizures. And the man drinks a shit ton of milk, y'all. I mean, he loves milk. Like half a gallon to a gallon almost every single day. Well, we finally switched back to organic because I'm like, John, what were we doing different when you weren't having seizures? And me in my head, I want a freaking answer. I want an answer. What is going on? And that was like the one thing we could think of. So we've gotten him back on the organic milk, but he's still having fucking seizures. So we do have him on seizure medication now, which he absolutely hates, but I don't think he's really having a lot of side effects from that. He has not bitched about it. So which is good. And he's probably taken about 30 supplements, everything from vitamin C to vitamin D, to prebiotics, probiotics, like a whole, and even doing like a toxicity detox. And last night he went and sat in the sauna because that was another recommendation. So I'm glad he has to take him an extra shirt. He goes, I was drenched. And he sweats anyway. So it was kind of funny. I didn't see him. But yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. It's like a workout without working out. You're sweating. So he really is trying and doing all the things because I think he sees like I am fine during it. I'm fine in the aftermath, but buddy, once he comes to, that's when I break down and I cry and I get upset and, and plus that it's over and he's okay. I get up, you know what I mean? This,
right. The relief and the anxiety.
And it just all hits me at once. And then with the PTSD too, it's just, I hear a noise and I'm you okay? Are you okay? And he's like, I'm fine, but that's just the reality of our mornings now. And we've gotten it to where he does not have a shower until about 2 hours, or he just takes it later in the day.
Because he was having seizures in the shower, which is even more dangerous.
Oh my God, those were so scary. Those were so scary.
But it's crazy to think, it could be something in your gut affecting your brain.
It really could be.
Food is medicine, and we're just learning more and more.
We are. There's even a parasite that can cause seizures. And I sent a message to his doctor. I'm like, does he have this parasite? And he was actually checked for it, and he does not. So I was...
That is so thorough.
Yeah. But there was that part of me who was like, ooh, I think I filmed it, and I was almost excited to think my husband had a damn parasite, right? So we could kill it and he could move on. But no, he doesn't have it. But he apparently at one point in time had Epstein-Barr, which I don't really know what that is. Do you know much about it?
It's a virus that it kind of lays dormant, but I don't remember what the symptoms are of that. It's kind of... I don't know. I can't remember. I
need to do a little more research on that.
It's pretty rare. Yeah. But a lot of people can carry it or something.
No, apparently he's had it.
And it's something you could live with, but it may not affect you. But that's interesting because
shingles
I don't remember.
And measles if you get that.
Yeah, kind of like that. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if I had the measles. I know I had the chicken pox. I remember chicken pox for sure.
I never had the chicken pox. No. And then I got the vaccination, and they said that I went back and got tested. I have none of those antibodies in my body.
Oh wow!
So I don't think I'm worried about shingles, but my doctor's like, you can still get shingles without the chicken pox virus. I don't know. I think she's just telling me that. Make me get vaccines.
Get it.
I said, I'm not doing it because the side effect could be Guillain-Barré. And my niece ended up with Guillain-Barré, and watching everything she's gone through, it wasn't from the vaccine, but we don't know where she got it. But it terrifies me just because if we have kind of the same gene pool, and she got something. I mean, she's still bedridden, for after 5 years. So,
really,
6 years or something. So that's why I'm like, nah.
I mean, my chances would suck,
but
and painful, and I've heard that.
Yeah. But I'm like, if I don't feel like I need to get it, don't get it.
If there's something in your genes that could cause that, hell no.
Scary.
It's weird how much our genes affects things too.
Right.
So, but I guess my stress levels are okay. I mean, I'm managing.
I know you're out doing things and winning awards and getting things done and being president of the Hemp Association, and so
it's been
I know. Let's talk
crazy.
about the past few weeks. So
Okay.
you went to Wyoming.
We did
On a vacation that you didn't want to go on.
It was not for me. That was for John.
Yeah.
And the crazy part is he had a seizure on Tuesday, the week before, and he did not have a seizure while we were on vacation. Thank the Lord.
God, yeah.
But then when we got back, he had one on Friday, like that following week. So, but he was seizure free while we were there, which was great.
Yes.
But he was in heaven.
Right.
And don't get me wrong, Wyoming is absolutely gorgeous. We actually went to Jackson Hole. Money.
Yeah. There's a lot of famous people that live in Jackson Hole.
I'm sure I didn't notice any because I was too cold.
Yeah.
I hated it. It was freezing. Like we did one, I did do a snowmobile little like tour with him. It wasn't that much fun. Yeah. And I was freezing to death. We didn't get to really have fun on those snowmobiles.
You wanted to go fast and you couldn't go fast.
Yeah, we couldn't go up in the thing and all around and all that fun stuff. But he got me out there. Let's put it that way. And 3 layers is not enough. Yeah. You need 5.
Gosh.
I mean, 3 did not.
No wonder
I was still freezing. And it funny, even though I was only just sitting on that, I got so many zone minutes that day from my Fitbit, it wasn't even funny. And I think it's just me trying to stay warm.
Wow. Like
shivering.
Yeah.
Because I was freezing. I mean, I was freezing. It's like negative degrees getting in that wind and stuff. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I didn't like it.
Yeah.
I'll go and support my husband. I mostly wanted to be there so if he had a seizure, I would be there to take care of him. Yeah. That was really the only reason. But I pretty much worked the whole time.
Yes, you did. You worked and you got a lot done.
While I was there was talk about a hemp beverage bill that was coming out to limit hemp beverages to 5 milligrams, only be sold by liquor distributors and be registered. You had to go through the ABC and get a liquor license to sell hemp products, y'all.
Right. There's no liquor in it.
So, of course, we were fighting it. Even just the initial stuff with the License and Occupation Committee, which is Representative Koch, Koch, I believe.
Oh, boy.
And we actually, when I got back, I ended up going to Frankfurt and meeting with him and, pretty much spelling out, hey, these products are all being registered with the cabinet. The cabinet has authority. They have to approve these products before we can even sell them. They are building up their enforcement team. They're starting to go out and, inspect. Mm-hmm. They're approving more products. We have almost all of our gummies have been approved, by the way. Mm-hmm. Thank you very much. I worked very hard on that. We were one of the first to get our stuff approved. I'm still working on some other things though. It's never ending. Never ending. Because there's so much to those. You got to have your labels right. Your certificates of analysis with the milligrams have to match what's on the label, which we understand. But man, there's a variance sometimes when it comes to the THC Delta 9. So in every product, every batch can be different. So does that mean I got to get a new label every effing time and get
Which means you have to have another test every time.
Every time.
It gets expensive.
It really does. But they got my labels approved. We're just going with it. Hopefully I can keep it exactly how it is, especially for the Delta 8. Those were the hardest ones to get approved. But we're getting there. So, and I think most of the retailers are as well, and they know what they can and can't sell. But anyway, back to that hemp beverage bill. We ended up meeting with him, and he's asking about it, and we're talking about it, and the person that was next to me, I'm not going to give their name, but they've got a new drink coming out. And of course there's only 5 milligrams and he made sure he said that. So it made the guy think, well, he ended up filing a bill. Now it's supposedly a placeholder. We've got till I think March 12th. Okay. It hasn't moved yet. But we only have until March 12th. So, and it was for 5 milligrams. And I'm like, we have higher milligrams than that in our beverages. And the person that mentioned it his is only going to be 5 milligrams. And I swear there's that part of me that thinks you just don't want the competition.
Right. Where we need some healthy competition.
We do.
People need choices.
And I don't only want to sell his brand.
Right.
And which is, and that's bullshit. Right. It shouldn't be that way. So to me, I think there could be some issues there on like a Sherman Act, and definitely some legal issues there for that, if that bill is moving forward, that I will happily bring up.
Well, they already have, 10 milligram drinks approved by the cabinet.
Oh,
so,
and higher.
Now so now you're going back and.
Yeah. So what, all those drinks that have been approved by the cabinet, are they now suddenly illegal? And yeah, they would be.
Right.
And to me, that's bullshit. We had a bill. If any of this concerns you, you should have brought it up back then.
Right.
And if you don't want these things in dry counties, then keep them out of dry counties.
Right.
That's easy to do.
Exactly.
Let the county say that these drinks aren't allowed to be here.
Right.
That's how you take care of that.
Right.
It doesn't need to be a statewide thing.
No.
And it definitely doesn't need to have a ban or keep retailers like myself from selling them.
Right. Mm-hmm.
The one thing that I brought up to him, I said, we keep our products behind the counter, which is what House Bill 544 said to do, which is what we are all following under the cabinet's rules. Liquor stores don't keep that stuff behind a counter.
No.
It's just cold and it just opens.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Exactly. So there's that aspect too. And I tried to bring that up, but I was the little lady in the room.
Right.
And there's
the business,
and there's just a thing when it comes to ladies, speaking, especially in Kentucky. I feel like our voices aren't always heard.
Right.
It is very much a male dominated legislator. And the women that are in there, I don't think they get as much respect as they think they do.
Right.
I think.
But wasn't the representative that you talked to, he really didn't know much about the cannabis. So
we had to send him all the regulations that the cabinet already has.
He wasn't aware of hemp regulations and all. So, it's really scary that they vote on these things that affect so many businesses and so many people,
and it was
know nothing
on
about it.
One of his friends asking for a non-alcoholic drink.
Oh, yeah, that's right. His
one friend.
Based on
so now all of a sudden you're writing a law to keep these products and whatever down.
Because your friend wasn't smart enough to.
What about Monster? What about Red Bull?
Heart attacks. Children. Children get a hold of that. They're not sold to 18 and over, 21
no,
and over.
They're sold to kids, and they're hurting themselves by having such high levels of caffeine.
I know.
But have we done anything there?
No. That's what's harming the children.
Right? They don't give a shit about cannabis drinks. They're drinking their damn Monsters and Prime and Alani Nu and all the other ones I'm going to name that have high levels of. I don't know if Alani Nu does actually, but
no.
But still, I mean, if it's got a high concentration of caffeine, that is not good for a kid either. And I'm sorry, but no one has ever died from cannabis.
Right. Exactly.
Ever.
I know.
Like, come on, fuckers.
Young children are
if an adult wasn't smart enough to read the fucking label as to what he's drinking, that's his own fucking fault.
That's right.
Now, should the bartender have said something? Hey, this is a cannabis drink. Do you know what cannabis is?
Yeah.
Really?
Right.
Are we that fucking stupid? Yes. Yes, we are. So just keep that in mind. I'll be back in Frankfurt probably next week. I don't know if I'll be talking to him again, but when I talked to my legislator, my representative pretty much told me that calls and emails don't matter. We're so busy and swamped. Like, what? Yes, it does. But I think it does. You want to know why? And Katie, who's on our board, she said for every call that is made, that is considered 10 votes.
Oh, so
keep calling.
Keep calling.
Yeah. And I'm going to give you the bills. There's a few that are out there that are could really do a lot of damage. House Bill 34 and its partner is Senate Bill 230. These two bills limit the amount of THC in your system to be under 5 nanograms of THC, or you're considered driving while intoxicated or driving impaired.
Mm-hmm.
A DUI, if you had, okay, I'm just going to give you a few scenarios. If you had a joint 2 weeks ago, you would still be showing 5 milligrams.
Be positive.
If you take full spectrum CBD, even if it was a few days ago, you would still test positive.
Right.
It's not, you're not impaired. I'm not impaired. Beth isn't impaired. We do these products every day. And now all of a sudden I'm going to be, come the fuck on.
They're going to have to
There is no
ways.
scientific evidence that 5 nanograms has you impaired, because THC stays in your body because it's not a drug.
Right.
Because it's not a drug.
Cells are holding on to it. I might need this later.
Yeah, because it's like, holy shit, let me use these to build my mitochondria.
All right.
Oh my God.
So that's a scary bill.
Yes. Those two bills, definitely call the LRC number 1-800-372-7181 and tell them to vote hell no on House Bill 34 and Senate Bill 230.
And I will put those in the comments.
Yes.
So.
And the hemp beverage bill, even though it's not moving, tell them to vote no on that one as well. That is House Bill 734. Call every damn day.
Yeah.
If you think about it, call.
Yeah. And like we talked about, people who have given up alcohol don't want to walk into an alcohol store to buy a cannabis beverage.
They do not.
So and nobody's going to know how many do I drink,
Right. and there's no dispensaries really that are up and running. A lot of the people that have medical cards are still relying on us, the hemp providers, because it's the same plant. But two, there's no product available yet through dispensaries. So for them to even say, well, they could get their drink through a dispensary. No, the fuck they can't. Because you all sat on your asses for way too long to get this program up and running. And then you chose the lottery system for people that don't have a fucking foothold in the state to even start ramping up to have the dispensaries going. So it's your all's fault.
Yeah, exactly.
And that was such a big mistake. And it has hurt so many people in the hemp industry. And I think it's complete and utter bullshit how that whole thing played out. But that's a story for another day.
Yeah, I know. Or every day. We tend to bitch about it every day. But and drinks aren't one of the products they're going to be selling at medical marijuana dispensaries. So you couldn't even get them there anymore.
Well, I mean, they might eventually, but I don't think there's something that
make changes. But as far as the law is written now, you can't.
Well, and the thing is, in dispensaries, you can't sell hemp products.
Right.
So, which is fucking dumb too.
That's okay. That's what we're here for.
Yeah.
And if you have your medical card, we offer a discount.
Oh, we do. We offer 20% off. So if you come in and show us your medical card, we will take care of you.
You get 20% off all the time. 20%
off. And again, Delta 9, we just call it Delta 9. It's THC. It's the same THC that's in marijuana.
I've read too many posts. People don't know what they're talking about.
Synthetic. They think it's synthetic.
It's driving me crazy.
I know,
crazy.
Me too. I can't even hardly be on social media anymore right now because of the stupidity. Anyway,
get educated before you argue on social media about cannabinoids. Unless you speak cannabinoid, just don't say anything.
Oh, and I love it when they start arguing with me.
I know.
There was a post that I made about, how we'd give 20% off and, no dispensaries. And other people were like, well, that THCA is shit, diet weed, blah, blah. And I'm like, first off, it's sold in flour. Yeah. Flour is not legal to sell in the state of Kentucky. If you are selling it, you're literally committing a felony, and I hope you get caught. I'm sorry, but by now you should fucking know right from wrong and have some damn integrity.
7 years. It's been illegal in Kentucky.
Illegal.
So
there's that. But then too, I was like, how can you, if you've never tried my products, how the fuck can you have an opinion?
I love it when they come in not expecting. They're like, wow, you really fucked me up. I'm like, I told you to take half. Right? They don't believe us.
They don't believe us. I know. It's like, so that was my response. Like, I don't think you can really say anything if you've never had my products.
Exactly.
So shut up. Your opinion really doesn't matter. Everyone has one. Yeah. They're all like assholes.
Yeah.
So,
exactly.
You know what I mean? So I try to take that stuff with a grain of salt, but at the same time, I'm like, you don't have a fucking clue.
No. And they act like they do. And that makes them even more
mad. It does.
Mad,
because you're like, I have been doing this since before you even knew what it was.
Right, exactly.
And I mean, yeah, and I'm the president of the Kentucky Hemp Association. I don't think I'd have got that position had I not known what I was talking about.
Right, exactly. Or have been running a successful business if you weren't helping people and educating and doing all the right things.
So moving on from there, make sure you call, tell your legislators, no, House Bill 34, House Bill 734, Senate Bill 230.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Got it.
Do it. Yeah. Because they will sneak in, try to take your rights away. So
they will.
I'm thankful
and we give them an inch and they take a mile. What's next?
Yeah. Yeah. Because this whole dispensary or the cabinet overseeing hemp products, that all came about last year. So we're all in a hurry trying to get all this fixed, and then they turn around and try to change laws and rules, and so it's just constant.
And it took them forever to get all the rules in place anyway.
They're still not great.
No, and the website sucks, and they changed their mind about a label. Like one labels that we got approved technically probably shouldn't have been approved because I used the word approximately. So it's been a little bit of growing pains, but I truly understand that too.
Yeah.
Well,
I like getting safe products, and
me too.
Me too. Because it's going to get all the scary stuff off of the streets, and maybe they will leave us alone if they can't sell it at the gas stations, and it's freaking people out because I don't know what they're getting a hold of or what they're taking.
Some of the shit out there is so bad.
It is. I'm shocked every time I read a label. I'm like, oh my God, don't put this in your body.
I know. I know, right? Mm-hmm. And then people are like, well, do you have this one, that brand? I'm like, no. If it's not been approved by the state, I'm not going to carry it. And even then, I'm selective.
Yeah.
And there's some cannabinoids that we just aren't comfortable selling. There's a part of me that wants to because I want to have those options for our customers. But then the other part of me is like, that isn't us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're not the stoner store.
Yeah.
Sometimes I want to be.
We can get, you can get there,
sometimes
but we're,
sometimes I want to be.
But no, we are trying to help people. Yeah. And we're just.
We really are. That's what we've always been about at both stores.
Right. But we have varying products, low THC. We've got microdose gummies in with the mix of the functional mushrooms. So, we do have a wide range. We'll have our new gummy out soon with the 30 milligram.
Wait. I know. Triple treat. Flavor of passion fruit, watermelon. And I think is it watermelon?
Yeah.
And pear.
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 So
it'll be good.
We'll get you there if that's where you want to go.
Definitely. All right. Well, I think, do we have anything else we wanted to chat about?
I wanted to mention you've won awards over the past week, 2 major awards.
Yeah, that was last Thursday.
And we've got them up here. Yeah. So St. Matthews Chamber of Commerce, that was the community champion. So all of the work that we do outside of here, helping different nonprofits or
giving back to the community, setting up at events that are community driven, giving silent auction gifts, things like that, sponsoring. Yes. We do a lot of sponsoring for certain local charities and organizations. So that was really cool. I was hoping, but I didn't have my hopes up. And it was funny when they announced the second award, the Albert Sanders Award.
That was a super big one.
I was not paying attention for one. Because
I zoned out too.
I zoned out. I didn't think it was for me. And, you just aren't expecting anything. Yeah. And the girls behind me at the table, the rest of the pink ladies, they were like, that's you. And I'm like, no, it's not. And she's like, it is. And then he mentioned that I was the only person to be on Governor Bashir's advisory committee for hemp. And I was like,
medical cannabis.
That is me. And I started crying because that was such a sweet award. And that was one that didn't take votes.
Right.
And those kind of matter when judges are judging you to give you the awards. I just think that's pretty cool because they don't know me.
Right. That's what I like about the chamber. They send it to all the chambers, so it's not
a
like
whole bunch
there's
of different chambers outside of Kentucky,
right? That are voting on you, and they don't really know you. So they're looking at all your accomplishments.
That was
but yeah,
super
that
cool.
was like a lifetime achievement for your community work with
my
St.
community
Matthew's
work.
Chamber.
Yeah.
And then you won J-Town last night.
That one really
for entrepreneurship.
That one really, really shocked me. I was not expecting that one at all. Bill Reynolds is a really good friend of mine. He owns Element 502, and I absolutely adore him.
He does our website.
He does a lot of work for us. And it was his first opportunity to win an award because he's been the president and on their board. So you know, board members don't usually win awards. Right. And then there was a big list, by the way. There was about 10 or 15 people that were
heavy
nominated.
Competition.
Yeah, a lot. And when they put the finalist up there, I was like, oh shit, I actually made it as a finalist. Like they had the three up there and me and Bill, and I was like, oh, Bill's got this. Like I even said it the day before, I'm like, Bill's going to win this time. Yeah. And they said, well, this is the first time we decided to have 2 Boom Award winners. And I was like, oh. And then they called my name, and then they called Bill's. So it was so Bill and I get to share, and we both got one. That. We both won a Boom Award, so it was pretty incredible. Yeah. I high-fived him and everything, but I was not, because I had just won that award in 2023. Oh, wow. Yeah, so this is my second Boom Award. Wow. That's why I was like, there's no way I'm winning this.
Yeah.
Like, but I did have my sassy pants on. Right. But I really had no, and
wasn't expecting
not at all.
Well, yeah.
So that's pretty freaking cool to win that award from the J-Town Chamber. Yeah, I'm still in awe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So our chambers around here, we've got Prospect, we got St. Matthews, we got J-Town, Middletown.
And the better, so great. We're up, and we're also up for the Better Business Bureau's Ethics Award. Oh, okay. We're up for that in May. And I'm going to be announcing it. It'll be later, but I also won another award too. And it was a pretty big deal as well. That'll be coming out in April. Oh, okay. And those were based on nominees, and then they did the whole judging. So that one was pretty cool too. And I'm not going to mention it now, but it's pretty neat, and it involves a big local magazine, and not the Leo. Right. Because the Leo, I swear people cheat on that. It's voting. You can have as many email addresses as you want and vote. So
we'll be going through that again.
Well, we will. But it's really
to be
cool.
Recognized by the chambers. That's a really big
local
thing.
Chambers.
Yeah,
and
because we
won more awards than any other store, any other hemp person in the state.
And it's because
we've won more than anyone.
We're out one-on-one. We're out in the community. We talk to hundreds of people a week. So that's the thing. We're doing those grassroots things. We're not just some corporation in the sky.
And wasting money advertising.
We're down to earth. We're grassroots. We're real.
Not the truth. All right. Well, sorry we kept you on longer than we normally do. And I have a hard time bragging. So it's nice when Beth does it for me. And we really appreciate you listening. Please reach out if you have any questions at either our 502 Hemp store here in Louisville, Kentucky, or even at our 812 Hemp store in Clarksville, Indiana. We are here to help you, and we appreciate you. And keep it hempy out there.
That's right. Thanks.